right where I left it 3 weeks ago. So today's little project, got a little grading job to do with the dozer. This area was cleared earlier this year or last year, I can't remember, but it needs to be graded out with the dozer. He did all he could with his tractor. This is my friend that does the logging. I'm going to take and run over this with the dozer, kind of grade it up a little bit, and they want to put stone on top of this for a nice little parking area. So what I've got to do is take the rake off. But first I've got to flip my cutting edges. They're almost all the way into the mold board at the bottom. I don't know if they've ever been rotated or not. Dozer's got a little over about 850 hours on it. And I'm going to take them off and flip them over. You can flip them over and use get double the life out of them. Use the other side. So I'll take the rake off, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it while that's nice and clean from working down there where it was so dry. You know, to make a little life a little bit easier. Other than once I start pushing through this clay right here, it'll probably get all nasty and dirty. Plus it'll grade a little better with a nice new edge on it. So let me get this rake off and get everything ready to take those cutting edges off. All right, I got the rake off. Now it's time to break all the bolts loose. So you've got to take these and actually, instead of flipping it over, you got to put it on that side. At least you do on the other dozer. And then these will just flip them upside down. But my corners are getting still got some, but we'll get a little bit more. I'm gonna need a screwdriver. A screwdriver. That would be forwards. That one's backwards in mine.
Oh gosh. Show them.
We got a casualty through a glove. Time to wrap it up now. Oh yeah, right through the glove it went.
I do exactly what I
So like I've done it 10,000 times, is that
man.
spun around, and that's a razor sharp edge. But
oh yes sir.
luckily the finger's gonna live, and we got a little blood pile over here, but we'll blend that in when we do our subgrade. All right, let's try this from a different perspective.
Do you need some gauze or anything? You good?
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
For now. Far corner one here.
Last one. Go ahead.
You need a little tidy first. Next. We might need a little,
Okay.
that one.
You do. I hope Chris ain't talking junk because I always see him using the thumb wrench.
Oh, look at that. The thumb wrench?
Yeah.
I don't think I got a thumb wrench this big. I almost only have 9 fingers.
Good.
Good. Oh yeah. Got it. Oh yeah. Little Betty will do it now.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I need that socket back though.
Okay.
I don't have to have it, but it would help.
Is it lunchtime yet?
Feel like it was lunchtime about 30 minutes ago.
Here.
Yes, sir.
That it?
Yep. So the 2 corner ones have got to be
Swapped.
this way. And then those can just go upside down after we clean all the dirt off of them.
There's your screwdriver. Clean it up.
Screwdriver's fine. It's gonna go right back in the dirt. Not saying they had any wear, but they're missing about 1 inch.
Yeah.
Do you know those edges right there are really, really sharp?
They are. Very sharp.
If you need me to sharpen any knife blade, just grab it to my cutting edge.
I think you know better than any of us.
Oh yeah. You know how you've done something your whole life and then you learn one time that was not the right way to do it? Today was the day.
The older generation does know something, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they know a thing or two because they've
What's that commercial say?
we've
No,
seen
no,
a thing
you
or
almost
two.
said it.
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing.
Yeah,
or
that's
two.
right.
Did the same thing on the other dozers. See how they don't line up like perfect? You just got to get the bottom edge lined up when we tighten them up. Ta-da!
Beautimus.
Suppose we should put. And there it is. Got them flipped over. You can see about how much was wore off the other end, about 1 inch or so. So I got a lot more life left in that set right there. And pull out my blocks, and we'll go grate a little bit. Hopefully my finger will stay attached. Let's go back to work. Getting everything slicked up nice and pretty. Cutting everything with a dozer, and he's coming in here with the final pass with the tractor. Scraping it down, getting everything slicked up nice and pretty. So I had to make 3 passes over that to get it broke up enough and worked it down. We're gonna put in a little berm right here so that it'll direct that water off into the woods. Well, we got this knocked out. I think it turned out pretty good. Got a little diversion berm right here so that water will come off, hit this, and then run on here instead of washing ditches through here. And then all this over here slicked up. And we got another little diversion berm right there. So as all that rainwater comes off of that, it'll run down here and hit that and then go off into the woods. That just slows everything down. All this is going to get covered in gravel, so that'll help with the erosion. That box plate on that tractor, once I grade it out, that's the ticket for getting it nice and smooth. That looks pretty doggone good, I think. So now that the parking area up there lot is graded, I got one more little thing to fix right here for them. This is just a food plot for hunting. A little small field of beans right here. Anyway, we got a pretty good little erosion right here and a couple more out in the field. What I'm going to do is come in here and cut this road down and taper it back into the bank, and that'll get that water to run back on virgin ground versus the edge of the field here that is always loose from being farmed. And I have 2 pretty good little washouts right here, one there and one right here. What I'm going to do is run in here with the dozer and sacrifice 10 or 15 feet, whatever it takes, cut a little meta strip through the center of this field, run that water from about that log pile straight over here into the ditch I'm going to cut, and it'll run off over here into the woods. And what that should do is catch all that runoff and slow it down before it has all the momentum to keep coming down here and washing out these gullies, because over time that's just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Let's see what I can do to it. a nice little swale. It turned out to be about 20 feet wide. Through here, that'll catch all this runoff. So this will actually be called a meta strip, and what it'll do is it'll grow up and be grass. Still soft enough where you can mow it and maintain it, but it'll always have that root mat here to keep the erosion down. So the grass will end about right there where the beans are, and all this will stay grass. So as the water comes down, it'll hit that, and that'll actually stop it and keep it from cutting ruts in there. And I ran it all the way out to the little path. It's not the prettiest in the world, but it'll work. And it should divert that water all the way to that edge by the trees and then down into the woods.